Hello everyone, this is Neha and we are going to start our new chapter comparing quantities. Before starting this chapter, let's know about these terms. What are quantities? So quantities means amount. Okay? If I say I have a marker, I have marker. Did this sentence tell you about how many markers I have? No, but if I say I have one marker, it is telling that I have one marker. That means I have one quantity, right? So one is showing the quantity. Okay, let's take another example. Like I have 5 balls. So here 5 is representing what? Quantity. Okay? But these quantities can have different criteria. Like if I talk about oranges, this is measured in kg. Right? What will I say? I have 1 kg oranges. Right? Or rice or wheat means whatever can be measured or whatever can be weighed, which are having weight, these are measured in kgs. Okay? If I talk about distance, that is measured in kilometer or meter, right? Like if we are having race and I have covered a distance of 100 meter, so 100 is showing the quantity. 100 is showing the quantity and meter is showing that we have covered a distance. Meter is showing what? The type of quantity, right? Okay. Other than this, we also have time. So time is measured in hours or minutes or second, right? And we have the time distance in kilometer, meter. Now weight is in kg, gram, that is kilogram and gram, right? And some other quantities which are not used in this chapter. Okay. Now comparison. What is comparison? Okay, let's take an example for understanding the concept of comparison. I have 5 balls, but Ria has 7 balls. So I am comparing that I have only 5 balls, but Ria is having 7 balls, more than mine, right? So this shows the comparison, right? If I am comparing, I am telling about that I am less or I have larger amount of the quantity, that shows the comparison. Okay? So this comparison is done on some basis. So I have, okay, so for the quantities we have a hierarchy: kilo, hectare, deca, meter or gram or liter, deci, centi and milli, right? So this is the highest quantity and this travels like this. Okay. If we convert lower quantity into the higher quantity, if we convert the lower quantity into the higher quantity, what we have to do? We have to do divide. Let's understand this with an example. Okay. So, this is given that 100 centimeter and we have to convert this into meter. Okay. So, what will I do? I will do the division. But how much quantity I have to divide? I am going 2 steps higher, right? I am going 2 steps higher. So this one step contains 10 units and this step also contains 10 units and these two tens will get multiplied. That means 10 multiply 10, 100. So I have to divide this quantity 100 centimeter divided by 100. What will give? 1 meter. Okay, let's take another example. I have given 1,000 meter and I have to convert this 1,000 meter into kilometer. Okay, so meter is here. Let's erase this. So meter is here and we have to go 3 steps higher. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps higher. This step contains 10 unit. This step contains 10 unit. This step contains 10 unit. That means 10 multiply 10 multiply 10 which gives 1,000. Right? So what we will do? We will do divide. 1,000 meter will be divided by 1,000 give 1 kilometer. That means 1,000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer. Right? Okay. Now if we want to go downward, what we need to do? We need to go downward. Okay. Let's take an example. If we go downward, we will do multiplication. That means higher to lower we will do multiplication and lower to higher we will do division. Okay. So this is given that 1 kilometer and this 1 kilometer should be converted into meters. So what will I do? I will do multiply. But which quantity I have to multiply? We are going 1, 2, 3 steps. So this step contains 10 unit, this step contains 10 unit and this step also contains 10 unit. So multiplication of these 3, that means 1 kilometer will be equal to 10 multiply 10 multiply 10, that is 1,000 meter. Okay, 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter. Let's take another example. This is given that 100 meter and this should be converted into centimeter. Okay, so meter to centimeter we have 2 steps. Only 2 steps. 2 steps means 100. Multiplication of 100. So this 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 100 meter will be equal to 100 multiply 100 centimeter. That means 10,000 centimeter. 100 meter is equal to 10,000 centimeter. Right? Okay. Now let's come to the questions. What type of questions should be asked in this chapter? Okay. Let's take an example. I have a pen which is of 10 rupees. Okay. So I have a pen and which is cost 10 rupees. Find the cost of 10 pence. Okay, what we need to find out? We need to find out the cost of 10 pence. So, how we will solve? Cost of 1 pen is equal to 10 rupees, right? Now, cost of 10 pence will be equal to 10 multiplied 10. That means 100 rupees. Right? Okay. Let's take another example. One dozen of banana cost rupees 30. Okay. What is given? 1 dozen of banana cost rupees 30. Okay. Now find the cost of 5 dozen bananas. So we need to find out the cost for the 5 dozens. Okay. How we will solve this? Okay. Cost of 1 dozen banana. Dozen is the quantity. Okay. Dozen is the measure of the quantity. Okay. 1 dozen banana rupees 30. Cost of 5 dozen banana will be 30 multiply 5 rupees. Okay. So let's multiply. 5 zeros are 0. 5 threes are 15. So 150 rupees will be the cost of 5 dozen bananas. Okay. One another thing is also given, that is ratio. What is ratio? Ratio is the proportion, or we can say portion. Okay. That means ratio is the portion. That means if I have 5 balls and I give you 3 balls from this quantity. So what ratio will be? Ratio will be 5, sorry, but I have left 2. 2 ratio 3. Okay. If I say I have 5 balls and you have 7 balls. So what is the ratio of these two? Ratio will be 5 ratio 7. This is the symbol for the ratio. 5 ratio 7, or we can say 5 is to 7. Ratio is also read as is to. Okay. So the ratio will be 5 ratio 7. Let's take another example for the ratio. If I say Ram is 16 years old and his brother is 8 years old. What is the ratio of their ages? What is given? Ram is 16. Ram is equal to 16 years. Brother is equal to 8 years. So we need to find out ratio. So ratio will be 16 ratio 8. Or we can say 8 twos are 8 ones are. 2 ratio 1 is the ratio for these ages. Okay. But one more thing I want to tell you about the ratio. Let's take another example. In a class, there are 32 girls and 30 boys. What is the ratio of girls to the boys? What is given? Ratio of girls to the boys. That means girls is written first. So we will write girls first. 32 ratio 30. But if this sentence is given as boys to the girls, what we will write? We will write 30 ratio 32. Got it? That means we have to follow the sentence for the ratio. We have to follow the sequence which is given in the question. Alright. So this was the concept about the comparing quantities, and first exercise, that is 8.1, is related to this concept.